When I think about what happens throughout the journey of a property, you have
Mhm,
to consider that properties that are built typically have a very long lifespan. And so during that lifespan, there's going to be a lot of changing hands for
mm,
those real estate properties. And in my career so far in sustainability, one of the things that I've noticed, which has been both an opportunity and a challenge, is how important it is for that historical information to follow the property. That
mhm,
historical data, as many of the property characteristics to follow as those properties change hands. I know from practical experience that includes things like, can we get our hands on historical data on energy, water, and waste
mhm.
on this property? We are the new buyer looking at this property. Can we get our hands on as much of that monthly history as possible? And the other thing that's also really interesting in real estate is from the outside, you might looking in, you might say, oh, it's one property. But depending on how that property is organized, for example, multifamily, and if it's a large property where it's not one building, but it's a campus,
Mhm.
you'll often find yourself having to be smarter with your questions. It's not just, I'd like the history, the utility history on this property, but you have to be very specific. I want the full, or a phrase we use in my world, whole building data. I
Mhm.
want the historical data on the entire property,
Yep.
which involves a lot of collaboration, often with service providers, utility providers, etc.